lore update from the Paralogulum quest. Apparently the Sumeru nail is hitting Neilbalong, and he's a big old dragon dick. Anyway, so let's go do this quest over here. The Tribal Chronicles.
Hi!
For the Scions of Icannum.
Are you here to help find the baby Saurians?
What you talking about, honey?
And I'm Toba. You must be the helpers that we've been waiting for.
Y'all motherfuckers been waiting?
It's nice to meet you too, but we're just passing through.
By my fucking stuttering git.
Oh, but Uncle Sanka said he was gonna send some of his friends over to help us. You sure he didn't mean you?
I don't know who the fuck that old man is, kid. I barely ever come to this damn tribe. In fact, the last time I was here, all of you were dead during the war.
Yeah, sorry. Whatever this is about, it sounds like you've got the wrong end of the stick. Wrong end of the stick?
I know why you ain't heard that
Darn
too.
it! We've been tricked, Hoonie. I should have known that Glasses guy was a con artist.
Glasses guy.
What are we supposed to do about the baby Saurians now? Time's running out.
Oh, we still can help you.
It's okay, Hoonie. Don't worry. Why don't you tell us what happened with these baby Saurians, huh? There's been a lot of unrest in the tribe lately, and my dad's Saurian got injured. Her name's Nana, and she has 3 little babies.
What's going on?
After what happened to Nana,
Baby's trapped?
her babies were so scared that they ran off and hid. I'm really worried about them, so I decided to go look for them. If Nana is your dad's Saurian, why isn't he the one looking for them?
You gotta take care of the
My
Saurian.
dad's one of the elders, so he's busy getting ready for Turnfire Night. It's a really important ceremony. More important than this, anyway. I'm not supposed to be out here either, but I snuck out without telling him. I didn't think it would take very
Snuck
long.
out with a boy?
But then that guy we ran into made us tell him loads of stories, and it wasted so much time.
Yeah, he was so selfish. He doesn't have a heart.
It's all right.
All
Don't
right,
let
well.
him get to you. We're here now, and we'll help you, because we care a lot, don't we, Traveler?
Couldn't give a shit, but I did rescue the baby Saurians over fucking people during the Notland quest.
They should be. I already managed to find their tracks, and it seems like they're hiding on the cliff.
How the fuck did they get up there?
Really? Wow! Thank you so much, Mr. Traveler and Miss Paimon.
No problem.
Awesome. You gotta be careful out on the cliffs, though. They're really
Chester didn't get-
steep. Even grown-ups have trouble climbing them.
Yeah, I'd imagine so, bro. Those things are fucking shallow as fuck. Literally, it's like 85-degree drop.
Goody said the baby Saurians are on the cliff, so let's find a way up.
Ain't there? There we go. I was gonna say, where's the fuck's a Saurus? Man? I'm not walking this bitch. Out your goddamn rabbit ass man. Bitch ass. Bitch ass. Hoggy. Hoggers. Mountain King. What do you mean Mountain King, bro? Too high, I'm scared, bro. They're gonna be at every stage of evolution. Mercy bless you. In the comments, you fuckers. That one looks like a middle adult one. This one looks like an even younger one. Well, they got hats, bro. Oh, it's Aja. Fuck. What's the How doing up here?
We found them! Wait, but what's that other... A how?
Well, if it isn't the gruesome twosome
The
who
what?
wormed their way into our servant circle of friends. Still awestruck from the last time we met? Would that be why you hastily scrambled up here to pay your respects the moment you saw us?
Didn't you die to a human and get
I
snapped?
suppose we can't blame
I read
you.
your stories out there in the
Such is
Dragon
the
Kingdom.
spell that our majesty casts on our minions. Very well. You heathens leave us no choice. The almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How, shall grant you the audience that you seek. Come, pucker up. You may now kiss our feet.
Who's we?
Wait, aren't you like Kenichi's sidekick?
Real.
What the heck are you going on about? You're somehow managing to be even more annoying than the last time we met.
Silence! Who are you calling sidekick? We are the Dragon Supreme, sovereign ruler of the Nation of Flame.
You was one
We
13.
shall have you know that last time, were it not for Kenichi's earnest pleading on your behalf, you would have received not a single word of mercy. Oh, come on. You talk big, but Kamich clearly has you under lock and key.
Yeah, Munchkin, what you doing up here?
That's great, Sovereign, to you. You dare invite the wrath of the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How. You will burn in Turnfire for 1,000 years for your blasphemy.
Real. But,
if you must
got the die
know,
first.
our humble servant begged us to investigate an abyss incident near Hoytsidlan, and we chose to grant his request.
Wait,
Abyss incident?
these motherfuckers are dead.
See this little lizard? Its mother, a medium-sized lizard, came under the influence of abyssal power. In her confusion, she attacked my servant's tribe, then assailed her own offspring. Yikes. So how is she doing now?
Probably dying, dead.
She was but a lowly bug fighting against the power of the abyss. Naturally, she has departed for the Night Kingdom.
Shout out to being dead.
Such a fragile creature. Apparently, she ended her struggle by leaping from a cliff.
Badass.
Leaping from a cliff?
Suicide sorry.
My dear anemic flying ant. As addled with questions as your head may be, please keep them to yourself and wipe that absurd expression off your face. We are the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How, not a wish-granting fountain. Anemic flying ant!
That's a new name for her.
Cute! Just you wait. Two can play at the ugly nickname game. We sense a faint abyssal energy. An evil sorcerer must be lurking nearby, but they are well hidden. If you encounter any suspicious outlanders, be sure to give them a robust interrogation. Suspicious
Interesting.
outlanders?
You actually sense abyssal energy?
Wait, are you mocking us? Ha! How dare you cast aspersions on your ruler, heathen! You're just lucky that our servant has such vile taste in friends. Otherwise, we would beat you black and blue, and then purple, then black again!
Nice.
If you're not here to kiss my feet, then get out of my sight. Do not impede the work of the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahula How! Potty mouth on that guy! Paimon is furious! Still, good to know about the abyss threat, huh? Wasn't expecting that.
Wasn't expecting that at all.
Let's not get sidetracked.
Well, the abyss is lurking around here. And it's killing Saurons.
Wow, you're
Good
back
to know.
already? That was so fast.
Shut up, kid.
I'm so glad that the babies are all right. Thank you both so much. Now we can finally go home and stop worrying about them.
You're welcome. Piece of cake.
Chapter 1 already done.
You're not from Natlan, right?
No shit.
'Cause your clothes look different than ours. Hey, you must be tired after all that climbing. You should come take a rest at my house.
You kids got no safety.
Yeah, please come. I promise you'll get a big Scions of the Canopy welcome. We love having guests, and you're really nice people. Not like Glasses Guy.
By the sound of it, Glasses Guy wasn't from Natlan either, right?
Probably not.
Uh-huh. Well, his clothes sure weren't. You know what? Now that I think about it, there was something really fishy about him.
Really? Maybe he was the suspicious outlander that Ahau mentioned.
Suspicious Outlander, abyssal energy,
If you're interested.
hidden powers.
Let me think.
What the hell could that
How
be?
did the conversation go again? Oh, please, mister. I've told you so
You
many
gotta zoom in.
stories already. When are you gonna help me find the baby Saurians?
Just one more story. One more, I swear. Why don't you tell me more about that ball of fire?
Lovely, it's Enjo.
I heard that there was a huge transparent ball of fire that used to burn 500 years ago, 1,000 years ago, maybe even further back than that.
It's in the Dragon Kingdom, inside the volcano. We saw that.
Oh, you mean Turnfire. That's where the ancient name Malipo comes from.
Oh, wow. So it was the origin of an ancient name. That's impressive.
There's a story behind every
Do not
ancient
let this
name.
dude get near the
The
Masters of
legend
Night One.
goes that the
He's gonna frag
Turnfire
this
first
one. Oh, he already
appeared
did.
in the era of the Grand Alliance.
That was a whole event.
It was used by the tyrant Och Khan to rule over Natlan and
Used to rule
oppress
around.
anyone who opposed him. Turnfire is different from normal fire. If you get set on fire with it, you'll feel horrible burning pain from behind you, but you won't die from it right away. And whatever you do, you mustn't turn back to look at it.
You get your soul absorbed.
Why? What happens if you turn back?
As soon as you turn around, poof! You get burned to a crisp.
Well, good golly gee. I mean, it's one thing to singe someone's clothes, but burning people alive? That is a big no-no in my book.
Very funny. Oh,
Right?
that totally betrayed
How
them.
nasty is it to burn someone from behind and not even let them turn around to look? Ochcon really was an evil tyrant.
Yes, shocking behavior. Now, let me guess. Eventually, a valiant hero came to save the day? That's usually how these stories go.
Now the Abyss destroyed all of Ochcon.
Good guess, Uncle Glasses. Seems like you really know your stuff. The hero was called Yupanqui. He's the ancestor of our tribe.
Yupanqui was friends with Ochcon the Tyrant, and also Xbalanque, the first Pyro Archon. He was working as an ordnance officer for the Grand Alliance at the time.
Grand Alliance. First time I heard that name.
He didn't like how Ochcon was such a cruel tyrant.
That's what you know
So,
the tribe. That's what it
he
was called.
stole the Turnfire and threw it at the Ochcon's army. The soldiers couldn't defend against it, and they all got turned to ash. And that's how our ancestors set our people free.
Send the grace weapon against it.
But, just as he was about to leave the city, he thought he heard Ochcon calling out to him from behind. It caught him off guard, and he turned around to look.
And turned around and burned him to a
But
crisp.
Ochcon wasn't there. All he saw was a city burned black, an army in ruins, and giant flames reaching up into the sky.
A split second later, the flames he saw burst out from inside his eyes and swallowed him up.
All it took was a single glance. As soon as he looked back, he was burned to a crisp.
The question is, was this the price he paid for stealing the Turnfire, or the price of turning back?
Nobody knows the answer. But the fire that consumed Yupanqui burned more fiercely than any other. It burned for 100 days until it burned a hole right through the ley lines.
Let's erase that nigga from history. Them dragons were
And
pissed.
then, the flame dropped into the deathly dark Night Kingdom, where it still burns to this day.
Ochcon was so fucking pissed he burned
The
that dude
grown-ups say
out
that
the
it lights up the
lens.
path that leads to the next life. But for the dead to be reborn, they have to accept the flames and be purified by the fire first. It's like a final look back at your life, where you have to answer for everything you did. Anyway, that's the story of Yupanqui's Turnfire.
Ah, a fine parable indeed. So, is it true? Is it really possible to find this fire in the Night Kingdom?
I don't know. I think it's just a story.
Yes, it's actually real. Like almost all the stories. are not
Either
real.
way, I assume this name has been passed down in your tribe ever since?
Sure has. It went to Burkina, the hero that we celebrate on Turnfire Night. But that was 500 years ago.
So,
Yeah, and now it belongs to Kinich.
there we go.
So we often call him Malipo Kinich.
Kinich, huh?
All right, Uncle Glasses, that's enough stories. Now, can you please go find the baby Saurians for us like you promised?
No.
I would, but doesn't the legend of the Turnfire teach us not to look back? Let's not go dredging up the past.
This dickhead.
Tell me more about this Kinich guy. One more story, I swear. Starting now. No? Careful, Toba. You look dangerously close to cursing me out right now. Tut tut. We can't have that.
Real.
Cursing is for grown-ups only.
It is.
Uncle, you'd better not be trying to trick us. or the Turnfire will get you when you die.
It'd be crazy we kill Enjo using Turnfire.
How would it get me if I'm outside of Natland? Uncle Glasses isn't from here, you know. Unlike you.
Huh?
Wait. Is that?
Yeah, your literal
All
blanket.
right, kiddos. I'm a man of my word. 2 of my friends are on their way here, and, yeah, they'll help you out on my behalf. Work them like dogs, okay? That's what they're here for. Don't go easy on them just for my sake.
Really? Well, first, can you tell us your name?
We met at the foot of this cliff, so beneath the peaks, let's go with Sanka.
Seriously?
If you don't believe me, turn around and see for yourselves. They're right behind you.
And there he goes.
Huh? Where?
Abyss Lecter doing Abyss Lecter
Uncle
split.
Sanka, where did you go?
Does that dude just collect stories? What exactly does he do?
Yeah, definitely a fishy character. It sounds like he was digging for info about the ancient names.
Yeah, and not only that, but he betrayed us too. He'll pay for this.
Careful, you
All
might
he
get
got
burned.
out of us was some stories, though. What's the worst that could happen?
Destroy all of Natland.
Traveler, maybe we should go tell Kanich about this. Ahau says he's investigating it, but he's a bit of a loose cannon. We probably shouldn't take him at his word.
Should take it for anything.
Huh? You know Kanich?
Yeah, we shared the word with him.
Not very well, but we have met him before, and one time we had a meal together.
Look how doing the stories
Oh
out of order
man,
breaks the
I'm
immersion.
so jealous. I never even spoken to him. He's so cool. He's the Saurian hunter, and he has a really awesome ancient name.
It's the one that was important in
Me
your tribe.
neither. I don't think my dad really likes him, though. He always tells me to stay away from him. Probably because of that little creep he always hangs out with. He's nasty, and he's so full of himself.
Oh, the creep who calls himself Kahul Ahau? Yeah, we've had the pleasure of meeting him too. He sure loves pushing people's buttons.
Hey, he's a dragon sealed by humans. What do you expect?
I don't know why Kanich partnered up with him. Why didn't he pick me instead?
Uh-oh. Huni, look how late it is. We've been out way too long. We better get home now or we'll get yelled at.
Oh, yikes. You're right. Okay, well, this path here leads to our settlement. If you decide to visit, remember to come to my house. If there's anything you need, my dad can help get it for you. Hope to see you soon.
We gotta run. Bye for now.
At least you saved the damn Saurians. Ancient abyssal threats, dead Saurians, and children. All things I hate. Yeah, it's like the motorcycle. Broken ass path. That motherfucker couldn't have done anything better to get to this fucking village. I swear. What about pathways you can take to get to the village?
Rev the engines!
No time for that. We gotta roll. So let's see. It's clearly Enjo. I mean, who else would be the fucking demon lord out here fucking shit up?
Let's ride!
No, what is the actual path you're supposed to take to this damn village? Fucking impossible to navigate this damn cliff. I was a child that thingamajig. The doctor and the reputation one. Just read the village. I've visited the lease. Her dad's name is Little Trinidad. Jesus.
Huni, what were you thinking going out by yourself?
He's an elder.
Don't you know how dangerous it is?
It's okay. Toba helped me. And we met some kind strangers who helped us, and...
Kind strangers?
Really? You invited him
What
to the
made
house.
you so sure they were so kind, hmm? I suppose they had kind stranger written on their foreheads.
Real.
Yeah, actually, they did. In big, bold letters.
Don't talk back to me.
Nice, real smart ass.
The Mountain King problem still hasn't been solved. What would I do if I lost you, too? No dinner for you tonight.
Damn.
They were good people, Dad. Dinner or no dinner.
Damn, bro, no dinner.
Hello again, Huni. It's Miss Paimon and Mr. Traveler. Dad, it's them. They're the ones who helped me. And I promised we'd take care of them if they
Why you got a hidden blade?
visit.
You're the king assassin.
Oh, so you're the kind strangers. Well,
You certainly got a good glow to you.
I'm Trinidad. Apparently you helped my daughter today. So if there's anything you need, just ask. As an elder of the Scions of the Canopy, I've got some influence around here.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Now,
My friends
I
and
trust
houses.
that you're sensible people who know better than to take advantage of their host's generosity.
You asked for 1 million more.
1 million more? At least you're a straight shooter. I can respect that much.
Dad, please. They're not bad people. They've eaten at the same table with Kanich before. Be nice to them.
Kanich? Wait,
Yeah.
I heard that 2 mysterious travelers from afar helped the Pyro Archon to solve the crisis our nation was facing. Are they you?
Yeah, it's us. Of course, I'm one of them.
And Paimon's the other.
Ah,
They go grab
I have-
bullets.
I do apologize.
Like,
A lot's been going on in our tribe lately, and I suppose the pressure must be getting to me. I can't believe I was so rude to you. I feel ashamed. We got off on the wrong foot.
So we got deep ass voice.
Can we start over?
Yeah, eating the mic like
Oh,
me.
now we're talking. Seriously, though, don't worry about it.
Fucking eat that
Already
shit.
forgotten. We're just happy to see Huni got home safe and sound.
You've just arrived, I take it? It would be my honor to give you a hero's welcome tonight.
It's actually eating the mic because you can't hear that.
Careful now. That's quite an about face. We've heard that kind of thing can lead to spontaneous combustion around these parts.
What? What is she saying? I don't. What is that a reference to? I have no idea what it's a reference to. I don't know what she's referring to with that.
My dear traveler, you
Oh.
are very perceptive indeed.
Okay, an about face. So that's like turning around, like the turn fire. You blow up. Okay, that's a actual clever joke.
Go inside now, Huni.
Very missable.
Dad's got some important business to discuss.
Okay. Look after Mr. Traveler and Miss Paimon. They're very special guests.
Yeah, we're the people who saved this damn nation. Oh, the fuck you people don't know who we are.
Well, we'll hear you out, but we can't make any promises that we'll
Living
be
on a
able to
wooden
help.
platform anchored to a cliff. One earthquake, this place is gone. One
This is a
landslide, this place
matter
gone.
of utmost importance. Please allow me to explain. For many years, our tribe has celebrated the Turnfire Night. It is a traditional ceremony among the Scions of the Canopy, in which we remember our ancestor, Burkina, and his companion, Kangamato, the Mountain King. Burkina was a hero who bore the ancient name
we know, dude.
Malipo, and Kangamato was a powerful Yumkasor warrior. Together, they fought against the Abyss.
This dude died by himself with no allies. I remember his story. There's a Abyss lecture out there, but we're gonna get hit in that shit.
They were victorious, but it came at a great cost. Burkina paid with his life. The Mountain King survived, but was contaminated by the Abyss, and he remains in hibernation to this day.
To this day.
Normally, Yumkasors never live longer than a century.
A lot of images in this
It's
one.
possible that the abyssal power is responsible for his unnaturally long lifespan.
He got some abyssal plumage. This looks big as shit.
That's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but even this glory comes at a price.
Yeah, bro. He's one of the only nations who has like their actual ancient 10,000-year-old god still around.
The abyssal power inside him is highly sensitive, and when it is disturbed, he awakens and flies into a blind rage, attacking anything that moves. So besides the ceremony, another important part of Turnfire Night each year is cleansing the abyssal power inside the Mountain King, so that he will remain sound asleep. Even though you helped us to solve the Abyss crisis, the destabilizing effects of the disaster have made it increasingly difficult to keep the Mountain King in hibernation.
I thought he would have died.
Only
by this
5
time.
months have passed since the last Turnfire Night, and he's already showing signs of instability.
Has he woken up again?
Beat his ass down.
He has. We managed to contain the situation by performing a makeshift ceremony right away, but it was a close call. He could reawaken at any moment.
What if he was
Also,
reawakened?
he attacked and wounded my companion, Nana, during the ceremony. She became contaminated by the Abyss as a result.
No, she's
and-
dead.
We heard. Such a tragedy. We're really sorry for your loss.
Yes. And Nana wasn't the first.
Hey, How many
Anyway,
have you lost?
Right
Shit.
now, we're preparing for an exceptional Turnfire Night ceremony, and we need to find a suitable flame bearer. From what I've heard about your adventures, I believe you'd be perfect for the role.
Yeah, doesn't your tribe have an actual like flame bearer? Isn't that like a title?
Of course. Plus, he's a bona fide hero who's inherited the Malipo name.
Oh, you mean Kanich?
Like we don't want him.
Yes, he's the one. A hero worth his weight in gold. And unfortunately for us, he's all too aware of that. No prizes for guessing what he said when I asked him to host a Turnfire Night
None.
outside of the annual schedule.
Nah, nigga, I'm good.
An exceptional ceremony? I'll have to charge an exceptional price. I swear, no other concept exists in that boy's brain.
I mean, yeah, at least he's predictable.
I'm not the one to usually talk about people behind their backs, but I'm convinced the Y-Up got hit on the head and took a wrong turn the day it chose to give that ancient name to him. Have you ever heard of a hero whose mantra is, "What's your asking price?"
No, but you guys got
Oh,
one now.
and don't get me started on that insufferable how he hangs around with. Thinks he's God's gift to mankind. Pompous fool.
Yeah, Paimon has to agree on that last part.
I'm liking condition more.
Anyway, the fact is, the ceremony can just as easily be done without him, as long as we find someone else. And besides, you two seem like much better candidates.
Everybody's trying to talk.
So
the
what do you
person
think?
Whose legacy is its job.
There's only a few days left before the ceremony. We can't afford to waste what little time we have on negotiating with him. I'd much prefer if you would consider taking his place.
Why not? Still be in your tribe's legacy.
Wonderful! I can't thank you enough. Honey was right about you. You have kindness in your hearts.
Get on back to the damn
Come
corner,
with me
bro.
to
Make
the other
a
side of
act
the mountain.
Kindness. Fuck out of here.
I'll bring you up to speed on each step of the ceremony. As experienced warriors, I'm sure you'll pick it up in no time.
Alright. Kill a giant creature. I'm sneezing. Meanwhile, in the middle of fuck all nowhere.
Achoo!
Oh, he's season 2.
Curses!
Yeah,
Who
they
dares
were-
insult the great Kahula How behind his back?
Oh, great Kahul Ahau, bless you.
Damn, you already found this fucker?
Shut your filthy mouth, worm of the abyss! Your putrid words defile the air we breathe. You
Why he
make the
hidden this?
almighty dragon lord, Kahula How, sick to the stomach!
So he's done the red animation?
Speaking as a member of the Abyss Order, that's music to my ears. Exactly the kind of reaction we're going for. But on a personal level, I gotta say, it's pretty hurtful.
What is our sister doing? That's her.
Never
This
have
is
we
her
heard
second
such
command.
praise and blustering from someone who is inches from death. Up yours, Four Eyes! We spit in your face!
Up yours, Four Eyes.
Well, that I am at a loss to explain. How do I manage to stay so chirpy and cheerful? I can only guess it's some kind of powerful magic.
You got plot armor, that's
But
why.
I digress. Mr. Kinich, I admit it. You, sir, are a legendary hunter. Still, the only reason you caught me is that I was reluctant to run away. You see, I'm very interested in the lore of your tribe.
Okay.
Is that it? Kay?
Okay.
Aren't you intrigued to know what it is about you guys that prompted a visit from the Abyss?
Not particularly.
It's the extreme sports! The other day, I narrowly avoided getting hit by a very brave soul who just leaped off a cliff. I think you call it bungee jumping? Anyway, I was very impressed. That is what I call embracing the spirit of adventure. Look, I even did a painting inspired by the bravery and freedom of the scions of the canopy.
You scum-sucking swine! I swear, if you go bungee jumping, it'll be without a rope!
Oh, nice.
Head first off the tallest cliff, with a band of hunters on your tail, and nowhere left to run, and a bottomless cesspit waiting for you on the ground.
You say that, but I get the sense that Mr. Kinich isn't planning to take my life right now. On top of that, I'm tired of spying on you from afar. So why don't we just negotiate a comfortable operating distance that works for both of us?
What?
I've heard that the most important thing in human relationships is to respect each other's boundaries. What do you say, Mr. Kinich?
This dude's not good.
Or you could tell me what it is you're really after.
What?
And then I'll name my price.
It's true, he made a deal with Lahao to, just for his literal soul for... what does Lahao actually provide him? I don't know. But his body goes to him once he dies. So he's not one that isn't known for making deals. How did these dudes get up there? How did cool this was get on the top of this mountain in the
There's
middle of
still
nowhere?
some residual abyss contamination. No surprises here.
Yeah, the entire nation was
No doubt that
corrupted.
explains the Mountain King's recent activity. See those torches over there? Those are sacred flame offshoots that we requested from the Stadium of the Sacred Flame. They contain the power of the Pyro Archon.
Oh, nice.
Are you saying that the Sacred Flame and the Turnfire are the same thing?
For ceremonial purposes, at least. Sending someone to the Night Kingdom to retrieve the legendary Turnfire isn't exactly an option. More to the point, though, the Sacred Flame is able to burn away abyssal filth. So that's why we use it in the ceremony.
Gotcha. So basically, we just need to clean up the filth with the Sacred Flame.
That sounds easy.
That's one part of it, yes. But the complete ceremony is a bit more complicated than that.
Well, it can do this
First,
shit.
the flame bearer must collect the kindling of the sacred flame from the starting point. Then use a grappling hook to fly up into the sky and light each of the sacred flame pillars.
Okay.
Then they must go down into the canyon, all the way to the cave where the Mountain King slumbers, lighting braziers and the final altar along the way. The most skilled flame bearers can accomplish all of this without touching the ground once.
Great.
As much as I hate to admit it, Kinich is capable of this.
Fucking wishes.
Wow! He can do all that flying without ever falling to the ground?
Shouldn't you be able to do this easily, Paimon? You can just fucking fly.
Well, of course Paimon can. It'd be much harder for you guys.
So why don't you just do it then?
Ha! Well, don't worry. It's not a requirement of the ceremony. You're allowed to touch the ground. The only thing you're not allowed to do is turn back. The flame bearer must always keep moving forward. You can't skip a pillar, then come back to it after lighting the next one. To do so would be to disrespect our ancestors.
So, what actually happens if you do turn back? Surely the fires don't just go out.
What do they do?
Well, if you're not careful, you might get burned.
What about today then? Does the same rule apply?
Oh no, don't worry. Today is just a practice. The order doesn't matter. You just need to take the sacred flame, cleanse the filth, then go light all the braziers.
Okay. Huh.
Are you ready?
Sure, why not?
I'll repeat the key points again.
Yeah, I got you.
mission. There's abyssal filth over there. Let's burn it away with the sacred flame.
That's one. Now explode. Where's the next one? Oh, there it is. Bob. You actually need to actually shoot the motherfucker with the thingamajig? Yeah, we do. One down. Why don't you even grab this, bro? I know damn well I don't need it. This is slow as shit, bro. You break out my Yuka so far? Oh, you're unable to leave the dwelling site? Oh my god, that's actually annoying as shit because fighting these things is fucking impossible. It sucks. Like, look how little damage that does. Fucking awful. Ah, it's this way.
That should be all the braziers. Let's regroup with Trinity.
I knew I was right about you. You have outperformed all of our previous candidates.
Yeah, that was outperforming.
If there was an ancient name for outstanding flame bearers, I'm sure the Wayab would consider you for the honor.
We already have an ancient.
Yeah, although it would probably take Paimon quite a bit longer.
How? It's flying.
All right. Now there's still a few days left until the ceremony. I should get back so I can inform the chief and the other elders that I have found the flame bearer we need.
Oh, you mean they've still got to sign off on it?
Yeah.
Some of them are still hoping we can come to an agreement with Kanich. But that's only because they haven't seen you in action. Still, I'm the one responsible for securing a flame bearer. And my recommendation is you.
Someone not even from the tribe.
Just for Paimon's own peace of mind, are you sure it's not going to be a problem having Outlanders take on such an important role in your ceremony?
Oh, it absolutely will.
See that place over there? There was a time long before the age of Burkina and the Mountain King, when we Scions of the Canopy called that our home.
That's 1,000-year-old place.
After a period of upheaval, our ancestors were forced to move away. Now it has become a place where our youths go to develop courage and kindle a spirit of adventure. If we failed to keep the threat posed by the Mountain King at bay, it might not be long before we have to move again and find a new home. So to answer your question, I think everyone will agree that you are the right choice.
Fair enough. Desperate times call for desperate measures.
How come you guys moved out of there?
I'll need you to drop by my place at some point before the ceremony, if that's all right. There are still a few final details that we need to discuss.
Okay, see you later then.
You have my gratitude.
Oh,
We've
what a nice
helped
little
out
place.
with a lot of other local festivals before,
this
but
nigga doing
this
out
one
here?
feels a little different. Anyway, let's take a break before heading back to Trinidad's place.
We're stalking us for. This golden hair. Sasuke ass nigga. Alright. Let's finish this up. How long has it been? Yeah, 40 minutes. Good God, this shit's gonna take like 2 hours of Kinetic gameplay. Can't be that bad.
Try and stop me!
Boots.
Traveler, Paimon.
What did you want, boy?
Kanich! Fancy meeting you here. We've actually been looking for you.
I'll get straight to the point. I hear you accepted a proposal from Elder Trinidad.
Yeah.
Oh, the, Turnfire Knight, you mean.
You refuse to do your job.
It's not what it looks like, promise.
Chill, it's cool. I only mention it because there's something you should know, and I suspect Elder Trinidad hasn't been completely forthcoming with you. His true intention is to resolve the Mountain King problem once and for all.
We can kill it.
Once and for all? You mean this'll be the last Turnfire night ever?
That's right. He wants to use you to send the Mountain King to the Night Kingdom.
No, another move again. That sounds like we should have done years ago.
To the Night Kingdom? You mean...
I said no problem with
To
that.
his death.
Whoa! Are you serious right now? You shouldn't go blurting out accusations like that. It could get you in trouble.
Too blunt? Okay. I'll phrase it more gently. There is potentially a possibility that Elder Trinidad may be hoping that during the course of the ceremony, you kill the Mountain King dead.
Very nice. Kill the Mountain King dead.
That's ridiculous. He told us the Mountain King is a living symbol of your tribe's glory.
And I'll be a dead symbol.
And
of the
that
tribesman.
glory comes at a price.
Oh, that's right. The Mountain King is a living symbol of our glory, but even this glory comes at a price. Ah, yes, and Nana wasn't the first.
That's not his voice. That's not his voice at all. He's a way different voice.
Mm-hmm. She likely won't be the last to lose her life either.
Still, is killing the Mountain King really the only way? It seems so extreme.
How does he plan on killing? How does he plan for us to kill him?
The Mountain King is a unique case when it comes to abyssal contamination. It's eaten away at him for so long that it has consumed him entirely, and the damage is irreversible.
Okay.
That evil power has both driven him insane and kept him alive over the centuries. So to look at it one way, once it's completely purged from his body, the Mountain King will finally be able to rest in peace.
Let's do that. Let's purge
In
it.
past ceremonies, we've only purged around half of the abyssal power. This was to strike a balance. To keep him alive, but also keep him asleep.
Trinidad didn't say anything about how much power he wanted us to purge, but he did say there were some more details to go over before the ceremony.
And it sounds like you'll know for sure soon enough.
Okay, so I see no problem
If
with
he
this.
really asked us to kill the Mountain King, what should we do?
Kill it? What the fuck? You get to purify this thing left. It will turn into an abyssal like demon, destroy this fucking. Kill it.
I know this must come as quite a shock, so I suggest you act like you didn't hear anything for now. But would you have time to visit the chief after your meeting with Elder Trinidad?
Sure.
I'd like to make a deal with you.
What kind of deal?
One that comes at a very reasonable price. I'm sure you have plenty of other questions, but we can talk more later. Good. See you soon.
I see killing him as zero problem. Literally laid it out perfectly. And perfectly purify him, put his soul at rest, and we're good to go. It's like the right thing to do, rather than let this creature survive the next billion years. For no reason. And prolong its suffering? What? Just kill it. It's like an open and shut case.
Ah, mighty Outlanders, you have returned. Did you have a good rest?
It was, pretty good, yeah.
Glad to hear it. Things are progressing very smoothly on my end. Many of the elders have heard of your heroic deeds, including the chief. They all speak very favorably of you. There are still those who insist that the ceremony should be performed by the bearer of the Malipo name. But they're just stuck in the past. We need to move with the times.
Plus, Kanish doesn't want to do it anyway.
Exactly. So now, it's time for us to discuss the finer details of the ceremony. We covered the fire-lighting part of the proceedings yesterday. The next part is the purification of the Mountain King.
How's that work?
It's quite simple. You just need to use the sacred flame. We've done it plenty of times before, and it's always very routine. I'm sure you won't have any problems. One point I'd like to stress, though, is that you need to burn away as much of the abyssal energy as you possibly can. The more we dispel, the longer the Mountain King will remain asleep.
Asleep, huh?
Precisely. In previous years, the Flame Bearer has often been unable to dispel a sufficient amount of abyssal energy. That's the only reason why we have to perform the ceremony on a regular basis. But I understand that you have a lot of experience fighting against the Abyss. And you seem to wield the sacred flame quite effortlessly yesterday.
Yeah, it was an alien god.
With your help, I'm optimistic that this time, we can dispel all the remaining abyssal energy from the Mountain King's body, freeing us from this ever-looming threat for many years to come.
He's not really sugarcoating
Traveler?
it. And he's not hiding it. Yeah. Like, why are we acting like this is a bad idea?
So this doesn't faze you at all, huh? You clearly have a lot of confidence in yourself. That's really all you need to know. The ceremony is in 3 days. I'll come and fetch you when we're ready. In the meantime, feel free to look around our settlement. It would mean a lot to the elders if you got to know some of our people.
Yeah.
And if you wouldn't mind helping them out with a few errands here and there,
Oh my god, that's another one.
that would be even better.
So now we have extra errands to run?
Yeah.
Maybe we should add a little extra to the price.
Like, they're gonna do bitch with
Just a humble suggestion, that's all. It will help you gain the respect of our people. And as a mighty hero, I truly believe that's what you deserve. I'll be sticking around over the next few days, so if you have any questions, you know where to find me.
Seems like Kinich was right. We should go meet up with him right away.
Let's talk to the elders. Not sure why we're acting like this is a bad idea.
You're here.
Hopefully they'll give us a reason why
Elder
killing it
Trinidad
is a
said that.
bad idea, because so far it seems like probably the best thing
I
for
can
this
tell.
tribe.
It's written on your faces.
Is that the Traveler in Paimon? Forgive me for not being there to welcome you on your arrival. That should have been my duty as chief.
We've met you before.
Hello, Chief Waina.
I only heard the news from Trinidad yesterday, so I asked Kinich to invite you over for a quick chat.
It's our pleasure, Chief.
I believe Kinich has already filled you in, so I'll get straight to the point. Firstly, I fully endorse your appointment as flame bearers for the upcoming Turnfire
Why?
Night.
How about
However,
endorsing him for doing his
I
job?
would like to request that you take steps to ensure the Mountain King's safety. Every child of our tribe grows up hearing the tales of our heroes, from Yupanqui the Firebringer to Burkina and the Mountain King who fought against the Abyss. This is our history and our heritage, the source of our pride and the center of our faith. To kill the Mountain King would be to destroy our spirit. I would never be able to face our ancestors in the Night Kingdom. Nana's death was a great tragedy, and I do not blame Trinidad for the actions he has taken. Nevertheless, I cannot allow any harm to come to the Mountain King. The very roots of our
What?
identity are at stake.
Every tribe we've seen through all of Notland has their history built on the backs of either dead people, people who died, people who sacrificed. You have a living icon of your tribe who is constantly suffering in a complete state of agony and death, essentially. Abyssal corruption, which we know, they should know, is not pleasant. The dude's companion literally killed itself because it was abyssally corrupted, because of how bad it was. And their solution is, no, it will taint our legacy if we leave him, if we kill him, and peacefully remove the abyss from him. Are you serious? How? What? I don't think you should be able to face your ancestors if you died now. Oh, did you purify the Mountain King? Oh, so you left him abyssally suffering, the thing that's been tragically destroying our nation since its conception? And you had the chance to purify him and you just left him suffering for the next 1,000 years? Yeah, it tainted our legacy. What is this dog shit writing?
My honored guests, please give this matter your serious consideration.
Yeah, the solution that would satisfy every single aspect of the tribe would be purifying the Mountain King and killing him.
Perhaps there is. But despite all our attempts to contain the situation over the years, we've not found it. Right now, I should like to hear where you stand on this matter.
I'm inclined to honor your request, but it ain't about honor. The right thing to do is fucking purify this thing.
I must say, I find this troubling. Though I'm sure you need more time to consider it fully.
Not really. It's pretty cut and dry.
No matter. There are still 3 days left before the ceremony. I hope they will bring you clarity.
So, Kaniche, earlier you were saying that...
Let's walk and talk. I'll show you around the tribe.
Right, this dude.
That works too. Paimon needs to get some air after this.
Unless they're gonna pull out some bullshit where Enjo killing the Mountain King will give him some fucking benefit. And that's what they're gonna use to make us not kill him. They haven't given us a single good reason. What?
Kaniche, Paimon finally understands why you turned Trinidad down. You knew what he was planning, didn't you? That's why you didn't want to be the Flamebearer this time, because it's a double-edged sword. The whole Mora thing was just a sneaky excuse.
Nah, I couldn't care less.
Double-edged sword is right. But my response wasn't merely an excuse. To solve this exceptional problem, an exceptional price must be paid.
What's your plan then, Doc? What's your plan then, G? The biggest G on his chest.
I'm working on it.
No.
Really? Well, come on then, let's hear it!
Don't tell me you allied with the Abyss to
In a moment.
solve this abyssal problem.
Didn't you have a question you were about to ask me?
Oh yeah. What was it again? Oh, right! We need to talk about a how. He's completely unhinged.
Why do we need to talk about a how? Who cares about a how? That was not anything, not at any point that we cared about breaking him up.
I agree that he has a problem. He needs disciplining. So, I hired him a teacher.
You got him a teacher? Oh, Paimon would love to see him get scolded for bad behavior.
Won't work.
Anyway, moving on. When we ran into a how, he said you two were investigating some Abyss thing together. Is that related to the whole Mountain King situation?
No, actually.
Yes. That's the angle I've been working on. I'm a Saurian hunter, but I occasionally hunt the Abyss too. One time, I was pursuing some purple demonic dogs when I accidentally entered a hidden space. I did some research after the fact. Apparently, they're known as beastly rifts, and there are many of them of all different sizes. That's where those purple dogs were coming from.
Yeah, from the beast realm.
So...
You can blame,
if we can locate one of these beastly rifts, clear the monsters out, and move the Mountain King inside, he'd be able to continue living, but without posing a threat to the tribe.
Whoa, that sounds kinda crazy. Would it really work?
You gonna put the Mountain King in the
It's not
Abyss?
without its risks, of course. There's a lot of unknowns in the equation. For instance, for all we know, a prolonged period inside the rift could make the Mountain King's condition worse.
Not like he's getting better.
Still, we desperately need something like this, even just as a temporary measure. You've seen the conflict the issue is causing in our tribe for yourselves, and believe me, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, either.
The chief is adamant about keeping the Mountain King alive, whatever happens.
Well, your chief's dead or wrong.
Paimon can understand. It's less about the Mountain King and more about preserving your culture and heritage.
Except that has nothing to do with preserving culture and heritage. Because he's just an icon. The stories will still be the same. The legacy will still be the same.
Yes, but on the flip side, you've got people like Elder Trinidad, who is more concerned about protecting the people he cares about, now and into the future.
The thing you should be concerned
And he
about.
has every right to take that view. It's one thing to try and preserve the last remnants of a glorious past, but making your kin pay the price for it?
Exactly. So the game is going to acknowledge that.
No one can seriously tell them that's a fair trade.
It's kind of like the Certain Fire. It's almost like the Elder is looking back and is going to burn the tribe because of it.
You're right. There's no easy answers here.
No, they're pretty much
Let's leave that to one side for a moment and assume we go with your plan. How do you actually intend to find one of these beastly rifts?
How do you manage to put one
Because
of
at
them
least
into
in
the
our
room?
experience, the dogs open the rifts when they want to attack us, not the other way around.
Find Granddaughter. She doesn't open them. She pulled them
I
out
think
of
I
the
know a
store.
way. You have any better ideas?
Yeah, purify him.
Not at the moment, but it just feels like using the power of the Abyss for our own ends isn't gonna end well.
Yeah, look how the Mountain King
After
looks.
all, the Abyss is what turned the Mountain King into a monster in the first place. People are gonna think you've lost your marbles.
If it doesn't end well, then that's the price we pay. Everything in the world comes at a price. Even when Yupanqui the Firebringer stole the Turnfire, it cost him dearly.
Yeah.
The Mountain King's erratic outbursts have brought tensions within the tribe to a boiling point. Unless this gets resolved quickly, everyone will be stuck in a stalemate.
Alright, so what's this deal you wanted to make with us? We're hardly experts on exploiting abyssal power.
We should.
All I need you to do
No reason
is
why we
keep
should.
people away from me. I'm getting harassed on a daily basis by people trying to convince me to be the flame bearer. I can't afford to waste all my energy dealing with them. If you help me out, there'll be a gift for you in return.
Gift.
Ooh, what kind
Yeah,
of
alright.
gift?
Something well worth your while, I'd say.
It will absolutely not be.
Just keep doing what you've been doing. Ingratiate yourself with the tribe's people, so everyone comes to terms with the fact that we have a new flame bearer.
Well, I'm not the flame bearer.
That way I won't have an endless stream of people coming to beg me to join the ceremony, and I can focus on finding a way to summon the beastly rift. Then, when the day of the ceremony comes, we'll move the Mountain King into his new home.
Still sounds pretty crazy. Even for a daredevil like you, that's dangerous. And even if it works, what if neither Chief Lina nor Elder Trinidad are happy with it? Have you thought about what you'd do then?
Too late. I already did
At
it.
least the two of them would finally be on the same side of the issue, leaving only me on the opposing side. The tribe needs leaders like them far more than a Saurian hunter for hire like me.
Yeah. I mean, even then, what are they gonna do? Exile you? The literal most sacred name in the tribe?
Can I take that to mean we have a deal?
We'll give it a try, bro. We'll try your solution, but if it fails, we're killing this dude.
For sure.
Which is the correct
And
solution.
who
by the way.
knows? Maybe we'll come up with an even better solution to all of this in the next couple of days.
Great. Well, for the next couple of days, please spend some time among the tribe and lend a hand wherever you can. I'm sure everyone will be swept off their feet when they meet our new flame bearer. Good luck to us both.
Crazy. This tribe's... this quest idea of good solutions are either A, purify a creature that's currently suffering to put him at peace, finally. Or
Instead of confining the...
prolong his suffering for the rest of eternity. Or shove him in an abyssal realm where he will actually be suffering for the rest of eternity. That's it. Those are our solutions. Prolong suffering, increase the suffering, or purify him and end the suffering. What an insane fucking, like, idea to be like, no, bro. These are clearly equatable solutions. And who the fuck they are. I've never seen this, like, clear-cut and dry, like, problem with a real solution. And, like, they're trying to, like, falsely present it as if the other side even matters. It's like, no, the chief is just wrong. What legacy?
Okay, task for the day. Meet the tribe's people and take some heat off.
Hoonie, how can you call the Mountain King a monster?
Because he hurt a lot of people. And look what happened to Nana.
But it wasn't on purpose. The Mountain King is sick, that's all. He's been hurt by the abyss.
That's true. But the fact remains that he's now a threat to all of us.
How can you be so harsh to someone who's sick? If you don't take back what you just said, I don't know if we can carry on being friends.
Toba, Huni, what's wrong?
Yeah,
Hooney's
he's
saying
sick, this
nasty
can't be
things
cured,
about the
little kid.
Mountain King. It's not right. He's our hero.
Once upon a time, maybe. But not anymore.
It's not fight. None of you can do anything.
Yesterday, maybe, but not anymore.
Toba? Fine. I guess my dad is right. Things change, and you just have to accept it and move forward. As of today, our friendship is over. There's no going back. Oh, come on, cut it out, you two. We have some great news to tell you. The Traveler is gonna be the flame bearer for the next Turnfire night. He's gonna do a beautiful ceremony and cure the Mountain King's illness for good.
What? Really?
Yeah, I'm an expert at purifying the abyss.
So that's what my dad wanted to talk to you about? To be fair, from what we saw the other day, you are pretty good at climbing cliffs. Probably just as good as Kenichi.
Wait, speaking of Kenichi, where even is that guy?
Oh yeah, good question. Is he not coming to the ceremony anymore?
We can get him to come, but if he catches you two fighting again, he won't be happy. He'll be sure to give you both a piece of his mind.
No, we can't let that happen. I've never even spoken to him before. I can't afford to make such a bad first impression.
I didn't mean to argue with Toba. All I said was that the Mountain King has done some pretty bad things. He was the one who turned it into a fight.
Yeah, well, yeah, arguing about it won't change anything.
If you weren't friends, there's no way Toba would have come to look for the baby Saurians with you.
All right. Well, because it's the Traveler and Paimon and Kenichi, I'm sorry, Toba. I'm sorry for all the mean things I said about the Mountain King. Dad just really misses Nana, and I was really upset that she's gone, too.
Huh? Oh. I shouldn't have spoken to you the way I did either. It wasn't very nice of me. For the Traveler and Paimon, Kenichi, and for Nana. I'm sorry too, Huni.
That's more like it. Now you're best friends again.
Guess so. Toba, if I ever say something mean about the Mountain King in the future, I'll make sure I say it to someone else, and not you.
Nice.
I'd better go buy some colored cloth
I'm
for my
talking
dad
shit.
now.
I'll
He
make sure
needs it
it's
for
not for
Turnfire Night. Let's play again some other time. See you, Toba. See you, Traveler and Paimon.
Okay. I'll head home as well then. See you next time.
Okay, take care, you two. Even though they said they're sorry, it looks like their friendship isn't as strong as it was before.
Times are really changing. Time to kill that king.
Let's just hope we can solve this once and for all.
This is a pretty easy
Come on,
solution.
let's move
King
on.
that gave us a solution to solve it once and for all.
Huh? What's going on over there? Look.
What are these motherfuckers doing?
Hey there! What's happening here?
A rehearsal for the Turnfire Night dance.
Ooh, there's a dance involved? Paimon wants to learn too!
You can't learn it outside.
You don't know it? Ah, I guess you're not from these parts, huh? It's rare to see a new face around the tribe these days. I thought everyone would be keeping away.
Why do you say that?
Because of the Turnfire Night, of course. The Mountain King could wake up at any time. That's why we're holding an emergency ceremony. This isn't one of those fun and games festivals. For outsiders, it might even be a little dangerous.
Yeah, it's like there's an abyssal monster
Did
we've
you
been
know
keeping
that the
alive
Flame Bearer
for
this
years.
time is actually gonna be an outsider?
Oh, I did hear about that. It's a first for sure. I would have loved to meet them in person. What? Oh, it's you? Man, oh man. Well, this is a nice surprise.
Yeah, we're God killers.
It's funny. I was just thinking that I'll probably miss out on meeting the new Flame Bearer since I'm not taking part this time around. Then suddenly, there you are. Must be my lucky day.
You're not taking part in the Turnfire Night? How come? You're not an outsider too, are you?
You must be joking. Watch this.
Oh shit. Wow. Cool movement, dog. That was crazy.
Not bad, right? Yeah, I'm considered one of the better looking guys who dances beneath the pillars of the sacred flame. Been doing it a few years. Always gets the ladies out to watch.
Yeah, alright, dog.
Oh, very impressive. So why'd you quit?
Because we're killing them.
Well, I feel like the whole Mountain King situation is getting more and more precarious. It's just not safe here anymore. One of our elders' Saurian companions even lost her life not long ago. The question is, what are we gonna do about this in the long term? But our leaders don't have any answers for us. They're probably too busy fighting about it amongst themselves. The way things are going, it's only a matter of time before it gets violent. So I figured, you know what? Now's as good a time as any to get away for a little while. Go do some exploring.
Yeah, it's the Lake
You
Savior
look a
tribe.
little disappointed.
We'll keep this abyssal monster keep going.
Disappointed?
I could kill people.
Nah.
Destroy our entire
It's a
tribe.
great opportunity to go see the world. As every male scion of the Canopy knows, wherever you are and wherever you go, the only way is forwards. We take pride in that. I won't forget my roots.
Yeah, even if the Mountain King's dead.
I managed to get in touch with the Saurian Relics Association.
That's
They gave me a
huh?
simple test. Find a decent quality relic, and they'll make me a member.
What's the Saurian Relics Association?
Those bandits.
You've never heard of it? It's a group of amateur history enthusiasts who do research on the ancient Saurian era. They're all about collecting relics and remnants from that age. Speaking of which, the guy who was Flamebearer before you, I've heard that his Saurian buddy comes from that time.
A how? A how's a relic from an ancient Saurian civilization?
No, ancient dragon.
Oh, yeah, him. So you know those two already, huh? Then, do you know how they met? It was deep inside some mysterious ruin, and they signed a contract there. The association folks say that the kind of contract usually comes with a huge hidden cost.
No, it's not hidden. He
Really?
knows where his body goes
That
once he
sounds
dies.
ominous.
Who knows? But if it's true, Kanich can probably handle it. He knows what he's doing with weighing up contracts and costs and stuff. I doubt he'd make a contract that doesn't benefit him.
I didn't think Kanish was
Strangely
this
enough,
much of a mercenary.
I actually happened upon a strange mural a while back, and it looked to me like it was depicting a Saurian and a human involved in some kind of Saurian-era contract ritual.
Sorry, Eros.
Oh, does
It's a
that
dragon.
count as a relic then?
You bet it does. I was all ready to go take a picture of it and use it as my entry ticket to the association. But after all the abyssal activity recently, I heard that area's been overrun by monsters. The best laid plans, huh? I'll just have to wait and see if things improve. Or... you look like you know your way around a fight. I don't suppose there's any chance you'd be able to help?
That's our
If
specialty.
all you need to get is a picture, that should be pretty achievable, right? The Traveler deals with monsters all the time. It's a piece of cake.
Wait, you're seriously gonna help me out?
What up?
Come on, it's no big deal. Compared to some of the things we've been roped into before, this is nothing.
Yeah.
Pyro
I
Archon
kill him,
above.
God.
You two have hearts of gold, you know that? You're the kind of people who could dive into the Turnfire deep in the bowels of the Night Kingdom, and it wouldn't burn a single hair off your head.
Of course. We're not from the
Of course it is. All right, come with me. I'll show you the way.
Is that a compliment? What a stupid fucking question is that? They just said, you guys can probably do the impossible. I don't even think. Is that a compliment?
These should be worth
I'm
something.
Is this dude even real though? Watch him end up being fucking Enjo.
Rev the engines!
Yeah, I'll have the solution for... Would we not kill the Mountain King? Is a kid saying, no, he's sick. And that solution for killing him is a dude saying,
There it is.
travelers will
inside
start
these
coming to our
ruins.
tribe, and we might have
As
to
you can
relocate
see,
because it can destroy
This is
everything.
crawling with monsters.
Alrighty then. Stay back and take cover, Tiago. This could get dangerous. We'll take care of him.
Great minds think alike. I'm not about to cramp your style.
Try and stop me!
Quietly now. Gotcha. Game's up. Fun's over.
Teamwork is strength! Pyroclastic surge!
So hopefully we just do Kanish's solution, which is like the middle ground, because if not,
That should be the last
oh
of
my
them.
god, this will be the
It's
worst
a good
quest.
thing Tiago had
easily.
the sense to stay in his hiding place, or things could have gotten really hairy for him. Hey, look! That's gotta be it, right? Definitely looks like a mural.
This is not Tiago, it's gonna be a fucking Enjo.
True. Now that you mention it, most ancient murals take up a whole huge wall. This looks more like someone with a paintbrush got bored and started doodling. It does match the story he told us, though. There's a Saurian and a human. So, is that supposed to be what an ancient contract ritual looked like?
Yeah, I don't remember about that.
Whatever, we're not here to...
Weird. Fuck it, save the picture.
That's a wrap! Let's take it back to Tiago!
It really looks like an ancient mural, but I don't ancient anything at all.
You've been robbed? Oh, Ponche. And I thought my luck was bad.
Oh, I put blood, sweat, and tears into that, and now I've got nothing to show for it. Some gap-toothed goon stole it from me.
Gap-toothed goon.
Tiago, is this the picture you were looking for?
Let me take a look. Yep, that's the one. Pyro Archon above, you two are superhumans.
He's not Enjo. There's no way she'd
Hey,
sing Pyro
Ponche,
Archon again.
come and say hi to these guys. They're gonna be the new flame bearers, and they're tough as nails.
Wait, are you the Traveler and Paimon?
Yes.
Huh? You already know each other?
I don't think so.
My nephew Toba's been telling everyone about you. He says you're crazy strong, super friendly, that you helped him out, and that you're gonna be our flame bearers this Turnfire night.
That is the most, like, Eastern American accent I've heard. What the fuck?
Oh, so you're Toba's uncle. Great to meet you, sir.
You fucking from New York or some shit?
Sounds like we managed to make a bit of a name for ourselves.
Toba's not wrong, my friend. These two are honestly some of the nicest, most genuine people I've ever met. Everyone speaks incredibly highly of them. Seriously, if you're comfortable telling them about what happened, I guarantee you they'll sort it out in no time.
Really? All I want is to get the fruits of my labor back.
Allow me to explain. Ponche is a well-known scholar within our tribe, author of the widely acclaimed book, Yupanqui's Turnfire.
Nice.
Unfortunately, the book was stolen by a treasure hoarder a few hours ago.
Well, if you're one scholar.
I spent
not
years
one
of
book.
my life researching that book. I visited every last ruin, interviewed every descendant of every hero in our history. On the word Malipo alone, I covered at least 5 different interpretations of the meaning based on accounts from different villages.
It was an unparalleled masterpiece.
Now it's gone.
And now it's all gone. That little goon ambushed me during my morning walk. He snatched all of my belongings and...
That book was everything to him. It's like they robbed him of his soul when they took it. Look at him. Lost and listless.
What is happening here?
He's a shell.
Dear honored guests of our clan,
Why do people act
I
like
am but
this?
a helpless old student. If only for Toba and Tiago's sake, please help me.
What is this dialogue? It's like written like it's supposed to be like a parody.
See what I mean,
Like they're
Ponche?
acting out
Now you run into
adventurers.
these two, your luck's about to change. Big time.
She said it sounded like someone had painted this shit. This
I don't know if he's still there, but come on, I'll take you.
is this like fake people who need help? So we have a better reputation in the tribe? What's going on?
All right.
What is happening? I don't understand. And he just happened to be out here in the mountains when he got robbed right outside the tribe?
Hey, you thieving rat! Give me my things back!
What do you want now, you old bum? God, you're a waste of space. Prepare to get shoved butt first into a tree hollow.
Okay, so this is like a play or something. Or like fake scenarios.
Oh, what's this? Brought a little bodyguard with you, huh? All right, let's see what you've got. What's this? Eat dirt, suckers!
Did we actually just get hit in the face with dirt and things gonna run?
Hey, he's trying to get away! You good? Let's chase him down!
Stop, please! By all the warriors, heroes, gods, and kings, I can't run any longer. Please, I don't have your stuff anymore. Have mercy!
Oh, you went like 10 feet, bro.
Oh, yeah? Well, where is it then?
I threw it away!
What?
You threw it away?
The old bum's bag didn't have a single mora in it. Just a tatty old book, worn out pens, and some old rags. All that time lying in wait was for nothing. I was so mad, I just threw all of it away.
Is that really the truth? Okay then, where did you throw it away?
The same place you found me. Look, I swear on the Pyro Archon it's the truth. May all my worldly possessions be turned to ash by Turnfire if I'm lying.
What is these?
Okay, that's a pretty strong oath.
Second time we've heard them. Like,
What do we do now? It sounds like he's telling the truth.
see if we can. What are we gonna do with him, though?
Right. Let's hope nobody gets to the book before we do.
I want to see what's happening here, because these are like fake scenarios with like actors pretending to be members.
Although the Turnfire is a heroic symbol in Hoytzatlan, it always comes with the more ominous implication of eventual tragedy. This holds true for all bearers of this ancient name in recorded history. Each one of them died of non-natural causes, as if the specter of the Turnfire was always lurking in the background. This appears to suggest the existence of some higher power that is always watching the name-bearer,
Yeah, the fucking
examining their actions, and eventually demanding payment in return. None can escape this payment, unless, perhaps, they could honestly swear by Turnfire to never make a single mistake in their entire life. Yupanki's Turnfire.
It's easy.
What an incredible work on ancient name philology. I can't believe it was just lying there for me to take. Let me see, the author is Panche. Nice. A gentleman and a scholar.
Silence, book muncher. The great Kahula will suffer your droning voice no longer.
Do you truly find no joy at all in perusing such rich historical records?
So you would be in some of them if you went to the Dragon Kingdom Hall?
Joy? What joy is there in this pointless drivel?
Love it.
Well, it
So
makes a
it comes
pretty
to your
shocking
kingdom.
prediction. Every bearer of the ancient name Malipo eventually meets a grisly end. Maybe that's the price you pay for the name that means price?
What? You're saying Kenichi will die a violent death? So I'll finally get to take over his body?
No, his body probably won't even be there.
When will that glorious day arrive? The great Kahula How demands to know!
Wow, you are just irredeemable, aren't you? An agent of chaos down to the core. You make us Abyss Order folks look like saints in comparison.
Dragon people.
Silence, maggot! To presume that anyone compares your kind with the great Kahula How is sheer vanity. And if that day ever comes, oh, your doom will soon follow.
You don't need to lecture me about Doomsday.
Real.
Here's what I know, based on countless historical texts.
Ooh, actual lore. Let's go.
All civilizations will be reduced to rubble by the passage of time. From ancient kingdoms to heavenly thrones to worlds beyond, there are no exceptions. But from the ruins of every civilization, the dust will rise and never settle, thus transcending the confines of time. That dust is what we call a civilization's spirit. And you, great Kahula How, are one such speck of dust from a bygone age. I've paid dearly for the chance to observe you up close. Now, let me take a good look at you. We'll see whether any memories of that age still remain inside you.
Nice. So he was there for a the entire time. because he got all the information he needed on Kinich anyways through the book.
We're so sorry, Mr. Ponche, but we couldn't find your manuscript anywhere.
Does that mean all of my hard work was for nothing?
You gotta stay positive, Ponche. You might have lost the book, but the brains behind it are still intact. Surely you remember the main points at least?
The whole reason I worked so hard to get it finished before the Turnfire Night is because I hoped that maybe it might help us find a way through these trying times. But now...
You solved the problem, so you know the purifying is the correct
well,
solution?
not exactly. But I thought my research might at least be a starting point.
So all that dialogue and shit was real?
So what did you find out in your research?
Holy shit, that means all those segments where he walked up was like, yo man, you're out here. I'm just a humble researcher. That was probably some of the worst written dialogue I've ever seen in this fucking game. It was written inhumanly. Nobody speaks like that. What the fuck?
I think the key to all of this lies in the power of Malipo.
Ponche, you know as well as anyone that ancient names don't hold any real power. Symbolic power doesn't count.
You're right, but Malipo may be a special case. Given that it first arose in the era of the first Pyro Archon, it might contain remnants of Xbalanque's power.
Yeah, I remember that story. My grandpa told it to me when I was a little kid. Maybe you're the special case. Most kids stop believing in that stuff by your age.
It's most kids. He's a grown-ass man.
I'm not talking about childhood superstitions here. There is evidence.
Like what?
That's right. It just sounds like
the fact that the Mountain King is still alive. Everyone attributes that to the power of the Abyss. But there's more to it than that. The key factor is that Burkina summoned the power of Malipo at the cost of his own life. If you don't believe me, then answer me this. How many other creatures can you think of who lived longer, not shorter, after being contaminated by the Abyss?
Yeah. About zero.
Traveler, different situation but similar idea. Doesn't this remind you of the hilly...
Why are we telling her to shh? Why don't we tell him that? He's out here debating. We're literally have evidence.
So, I came to the conclusion that Malipo must refer to some mysterious ritual involving a tit-for-tat exchange.
He's not wrong, though.
It began with the first Pyro Archon, fell with the Grand Alliance, then was buried in the Night Kingdom. And now, it awaits the call of its new bearer.
Hey. Sorry to interrupt, Ponche, but you seem to be getting a little overexcited.
I'm sorry. I was originally planning on presenting my findings to Kinich. I'd hoped he would be attending the upcoming ceremony.
He won't be.
Sounds to me like you dreamed up one fanciful theory to support another.
No, sounds like he's right.
Kinich, what are you doing here?
I more or less finished what I was doing, so I came to have a quick catch-up. Now a good time?
Kinich! I'm onto something. I haven't worked out all the details, but you have to attend the Turnfire Night.
So Mr. Ponche here has done a lot of research on the history of the Turnfire, and thinks he might have found a way for you to solve the problem.
I'll be there, Ponche.
Oh, so he's gonna be there, but he won't be the Turnfire.
Let's go.
That's it? I'll be there. Let's go.
Full throttle!
It's crazy that he had evidence to back all his theories. Now he just seems like a raving lunatic.
Here will do.
You summon a way to summon it?
Yeah. I'd like your help giving it a trial run tomorrow.
Jesus.
If that works, we have our plan come Turnfire Night.
Sounds like you're not considering Ponche's idea.
It's not an idea, it's just his truth.
You heard him. He hasn't worked out the details yet. We need a more practical solution with concrete steps to follow.
He's right about that.
Yet. Are you saying you think he might actually be onto something?
I think it's possible, based on something I know about the war 500 years ago.
My eyes.
Burkina didn't fall to the Abyss. He was killed by the Mountain King in an episode of madness.
Was he?
In his final moments, Burkina made the fateful decision not to fight back, and instead pass his blood and power onto the Mountain King.
That's the exact opposite of every single flashback we've seen after this quest. Literally all of them.
Maybe he thought the
Or he's
Mountain
sitting
King
there by
was
himself,
stronger than him
surrounded by the
and more valuable
this.
to the tribe. Or maybe it was just out of loyalty to his friend. Either way, I can believe the Turnfire was involved. Whether you think his sacrifice triggered it, or his fate was sealed from the moment he took the Malipo name, it makes sense to me.
How can you drop these truth bombs with such a straight face?
So the creature there also holds the literal legacy.
This is what I've gleaned from my many interactions with the Mountain King. His mind is so disordered, it took some time to piece it all together. The story Elder Trinidad told you was the more palatable version of events. The truth is even darker. The Mountain King's mind isn't just disordered. He is suffering and feels great shame. I believe he wants to be put out of his misery.
It's like what I fucking said.
What?
Damn, it's like we already know what the Abyss does to people.
Should we grant him his wish?
Yes.
Of course not. We should help him move to a new home.
Why? For what purpose?
It's the only practical solution.
No.
The Mountain King is a hero to my tribe. An object of worship, even. Ending his life would be like desecrating a statue.
And letting him live would be destroying your entire fucking tribe. What is this retarded shit?
Still, he's been the cause of multiple disasters, and we can't afford to have any more.
Ugh. Practical solutions hurt Paimon's brain. Can we follow our hearts next time?
Yeah, can we have some decent writing and actual choices in these quests?
Then let's break for the day. I've already found a suitable venue for tomorrow.
Yeah, this is shaping up to be the worst tribal chronicles we've done. Easily, this is bottom tier. If I make a tier list, this is F. The writing on this makes zero fucking sense. There's zero reason why we wouldn't just kill him. Absolutely zero. This nonsense of, it's a tribal legacy. As your entire tribe dies, gets killed, every single one of them dead. Good legacy you got there. It's literally the fucking definition of the Turnfire story. You keep looking back instead of looking forward. You look back and you burn the tribe. You keep looking at this honor, this legacy angle, and you've destroyed your tribe because of it.
You're here. Very punctual.
Oh, so the gruesome twosome come crawling back.
Gruesome twosome is crazy.
Here to make amends
name
after
for
the gross irreverence you
a
displayed
child
last
that
time.
Pretending to be a
Very
teenager.
well. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How shall grant you the audience that you seek. Now pucker up and kiss our feet.
Kanich, didn't you say you found him a teacher? He's just as out of control as ever!
Didn't we just see him get molested by Enjo?
Hey! No one gets to discipline the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How! No one!
Why do you put up this behavior? Why did you sign a deal with this thing?
Maybe because I've never had a gentle-natured companion like Paimon to compare against.
Why do you sound like fucking...
Is that a compliment?
Yeah, I see what I'm missing out on now. And it's a lot.
I kind of like he sounds like fucking the dude who does Aether's voice actor, Zach Aguilar. It sounds like, I know it's not, it's the Jacob whatever the hell. Because this is not the original voice actor. I'm pretty sure it's not the original voice actor. I think they already redubbed other lines. And this motherfucker sounds like Zach Aguilar.
Kanich! We could drown this measly flying ant in one droplet of spit! How dare you compare her to the almighty Dragon Lord Kahula How! Oh, just wait till I possess your dead body! I will commit heinous atrocities! Tear down your legacy! Destroy your reputation! Wreak havoc on your...
For a person who's a mercenary and doesn't actually even want to live up to his tribal name, he sure gives a lot of fuck about this is my
Traveler,
tribe's legacy.
Paimon, let's get down to business.
It's
Once we've opened the beastly rift,
they set him
you're
up
welcome
be-
to toss a
doesn't
how in there for a couple days.
Line with his fucking
With pleasure. You don't need to ask twice.
Check it out. I got my hands on this device in a trade. It's meant as bait, but it'll also stabilize the abyssal energy. The Rift Hounds will tear through space to get this. Once they're here, we take them out and claim the rift for ourselves.
Get your hands on like fucking endgame Conrian Abyss Order legendary tech like that.
You'll find out soon enough. First, let's try this out.
You just got Nod Karai fucking attack.
Here they come. They'll tear you to pieces given half the chance, so be careful.
Take it easy.
I got him cornered!
Uh-oh. Are there even bigger ones on the way?
Yep, a wolf called a wolf was on as well. Oh, it's Enja.
You see, Kinich? I'm a man of my word. In fact, I'd say I under-promised and over-delivered. Nifty little gizmo, isn't it?
I take it this is your true form.
Now that our deal is complete, it's time to start the next phase of our relationship. I made a promise to the great Kahula Hao, and now I'm here to seize your body for his use. Cliché, I know. The hero's trusted partner sells him out to the abyss in a shocking act of betrayal. Cue bad guy speech and drawn-out death sequence.
Real. You got they highlight cliches like that.
Angel?
Huh?
Good squeak.
Huh? What are you two doing here? Oh, Mr. Kinich, this is not what we agreed on.
Traveler, this is the gift I got you. I know you're looking for intel on the Abyss Order, so I thought he might be of use to you. But it looks like you've already met.
Now we've beaten him up before.
Yikes. Frosty reception. Gotta say, I kinda pictured this moment going a little differently. Tears of joy welling up in your eyes as you say the words, "It's good to see you again, old
You might be our
friend."
sister second in command, but not our friend.
Don't be ridiculous. Sounds like you've been reading too many romance novels.
There we have it. Change is inevitable and nothing lasts forever. What a pity.
Oh, it's kind of like the
Time for you to meet the new
definition of this
me.
quest.
This time, please call me Sanka.
Sanka! Aha! So you're Glasses Guy! You tricked Huni and Toba into telling you a bunch of stories!
What's your real name? It's Enjo.
What does it matter? A name is a superficial label. It's what's deep down inside that counts. And I've shown you the deepest parts of me.
Oh, damn, that's kind of nasty, bro.
That would explain a lot. Why else would you show up here and start acting like a wise guy? You looking for a fight?
I'll pass. I do rather like you, as I've said before. But my one quibble is that you really don't know your own strength.
You're right, we're a descender.
Wait. Of course.
We could crack
You're
this
the
one
one
too if you
behind
want
all the
to.
recent Abyss
But
activity.
we don't.
Let Paimon guess. You've been provoking the Mountain King too.
Haven't I told you before? I'm not part of the inner circle who do our highnesses' bidding. My interests are far more low stakes. I spend my time digging for truth in ancient doodads and books. You really think a benchwarmer like me is capable of more than that?
But it's already been shown that he interacts with them
I
directly.
investigated him. He's not connected to the recent events. Just happens to be in the area. So, I struck a deal with him. He helps me summon a rift. I allow him to do some historical research.
But that's
a
all
bad
over.
deal. You just doomed
Now
your nation.
Kinich wants to hand me over to you. Well, I was hoping this would be an opportune moment to whisk away his body. That would have given me some more time to study the great Kahula Hao. But now I've run into you, which is just my luck. Or maybe I've incited the wrath of the Turnfire, and this is the price I have to pay. But I don't understand. What did I do wrong?
You tricked the kids.
Wait, does that count? Let me think.
How? You are the worst of the worst! Colluding with the Abyss Order against Kinich? How could you betray your partner?
Real though, by the way.
There is no betrayal. The almighty Dragon Lord Kahula Hao is a partner to no one.
Don't worry. I told him to act as bait.
Yes, and you should have picked a bigger fish. The Abyss Order? Ha! What a joke. Not even a match for our lowly servant. I put up with this toad croaking for days, and it was all for nothing!
It looks like your disciplinary measures have been less than effective, Mr. Enjo.
What did you expect? Behavioral rehab isn't really our thing. Otherwise, we might as well change our name from the Abyss Order to the Abyss Boarding School.
For real.
The abysmal disorder would suit you better. Kanish! Dispose of him! He is of no further use to us!
Traveler?
Let him go. That'd be my guess.
Hey now, I may be a lowly clerk,
Still gotta kill these
but
dudes.
don't
Don't get
underestimate
me.
me. I could never beat you in a straight-up fight, but when it comes to running away, I won't lose to anyone. Do me a favor and remember how fast I disappear. Maybe then you'll show me a little respect next time.
Love it. I love how he keeps lying that he's not.
Darn! He got away again! Couldn't you have stopped him?
Yeah, I could have.
It's alright. He's not worth our time and energy. Besides, it seems like he's in debt to a lot of people. I'm sure they'll keep him busy.
He's the second in command of the entire Abyss Order, by the way.
So.
Not, he keeps lying saying he's a lovely guy. He finds information about
a deal
the secrets
with
of the
someone
world
from the
so that they can
Abyss
rebuild
Order.
it.
To borrow that guy's words, names are superficial labels. Whether you call it the Abyss Order or anything else, it's a broad generalization at best. Think of it like apples that have fallen from a tree.
Not really.
If you tasted each one, you'd find that they're all at different stages of ripening.
No, not really.
Even the unripe fruit blown off its branch before it's fully grown can still be brewed into a fine wine. Everything has its use.
Yeah, not really.
Well, in that specific sense, maybe Enjo's not such a bad apple. Not rotten to the core, at least.
This entire quest is like filled with the like worst analogies and like most pseudo-intellectual midwit takes I've ever seen. Whoever wrote this is so far up their own ass, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. No, you don't work with the Abyss Order, period. It is not, oh, there's a couple of good guys in there. No, their main goal of the entire order is to destroy this world. Working with them in any capacity fucks you over. What is this, like, this is one of the worst written quests. Like, it's entertaining, but holy shit, this is fucking trash.
Of course! Only the almighty Dragon Lord, Kahul Ahau, is rotten to the core and evil beyond redemption.
Holy fuck, this is bad.
So what exactly are you anyway? You're definitely the evilest little thing Paimon's ever met.
Don't worry. He can't hurt a fly.
It's like, what are you anyway? Just gonna gloss over the fact that he's one of the 13 Dragon Lords, the original sovereign rulers of all of Notland who got sealed in a container.
You could say that.
Paimon heard that those kinds of contracts might come with a terrible cost attached. Is that true?
Yeah.
Such as a How watching me like a ravenous vulture?
Vulture? Vulture! We are the Dragon Supreme, sovereign ruler of the Nation of Flame.
Let's pick this up another time. It's getting kinda late. You should go back and get some rest. Big day ahead. Tomorrow's Turnfire Night. Time to light the sacred flame and burn away the filth for a legendary 500-year-old warrior.
No, that's not what we're doing.
Yeah.
We're refusing to
Hearing
do
you lay it
that.
out like that is making Paimon a little nervous.
Then it can't hurt to say this one more time. Good luck to us both.
I hope your plan fails and we kill this fucking thing for the actual good of humanity rather than shove it in a box and let it suffer for the rest of eternity.
See you tomorrow.
This quest is... When someone had said like, oh, Enjo carries the quest. Yeah, like, interesting aspects are the fact that like, the characters we're interacting with. This is one of the worst written quests I've seen. It makes zero fucking sense why we're doing what we're doing. Or why we're acting, or it makes sense what we're doing. We're doing it because we want to help these motherfuckers out. The way we're going about it, no. Just purifying him. The reasoning we're being swayed by makes zero sense. tribal legacy. We're gonna let pride stop us from saving these people. That's literally what it is.
Ah,
Not respect,
at long last,
not
you're
like
back.
reverence, pride.
I hear that you've done much for our people these last few days.
Nothing.
Everyone has nothing but praise for you. Many young people have heard the rumors too. They're all eager to meet our new flame bearer.
Well, they won't have to wait for long.
The middle part
it's
there.
almost time for the ceremony.
The dude's
We really hope we can resolve the Mountain King situation
like they were
quickly
reading
and
from a
smoothly.
script for a play.
Seems like a lot of people have
Saying
been
dialogue,
worrying
no
about it,
character
huh?
speaks like the least organic dialogue.
Well,
what was
it's
that?
nearly time.
Look at this dumb shit with
So,
the
if
abyss
you're
over there.
ready,
Like, what the fuck is
then
this?
follow
reading?
me to the ceremony site.
Party cannot be changed. Recommend the pyro. Yeah. Let's head off.
Off we go!
People actually really like Trinidad's voice for some reason. I saw a lot of women being like, he has a nice voice. I'll put a bearded man with a deep voice and these bitches go crazy. Yeah, this is... Wow, this is bad. Like,
here we are.
This is
Our
not
honored
boring.
guests have arrived. I have heard much about your fine work over the past few days. I hope you'll allow us to thank you properly after tonight's ceremony.
Oh, we're killing that dude, so...
Don't worry about it. Getting this huge venue ready must have been a huge task. No need to make extra work for yourselves on our account.
If it means getting the Mountain King issue resolved, no cost is too great to bear.
A resolution will come in due course, but every great fire starts as a tiny spark. We must take it one step at a time.
Like how we're like acting like this dude's jumping the gun. This has been going on for your tribe for a couple of like the last 500 years, little bro. You are not at the fucking tiny spark level. This is a wildfire that is nearing your walls.
No one would disagree with you if that were possible, Chief. But it's been far too long since we've seen a real step forward.
It's like I'm in sync with this dude. Like everything I say, he literally says next.
Look around you. Can't you see how our numbers have dwindled since the last Turnfire night?
The ceremony was arranged on short notice. Many are away from home and could not make it back in time.
No, many don't want to show up.
That may be
because this
so,
tribe
but still...
Fuck.
Good evening, Traveler and Paimon.
Kanichi! Not a moment too soon.
Chief Wayna, Elder Trinidad, could you give us a minute? I'd like to give the Traveler a few pointers as the previous flame bearer.
Why is no one just telling us
Very well, but make it quick. Let me know when you're done,
Yeah.
and we will begin the ceremony.
Let's not hit him with the fuck you, bro. Your ass
Let's
don't
step
wanna
to
do
the side.
job.
Has anyone gone over the key steps of the ceremony with you yet?
No.
Yeah,
So
Elder
what is this?
Trinidad did, but, Paimon seems to have forgotten them.
Oh my god.
What a surprise! The flying ant has an ant-sized brain.
Why don't we fucking regurgitate
If you don't
that?
want your tongue to be burned off by the sacred flame tonight, I suggest you stay quiet. See those sacred flame pillars? Once you've lit the fire, go light each one up in turn. Once that's done, head down into the cave where the Mountain King slumbers. Light the braziers along the way, then bring the flame to the final altar. Then, the ceremony is complete.
That sounds simple enough.
Doesn't easy as hell.
The process isn't complicated, but remember, you mustn't turn back at any point. If you miss a pillar, you can't light the next one, then come back to it. You have to keep moving forward, or it's seen as disrespecting our ancestors. If that happens, you won't receive the blessing of the Turnfire, and you'll have to start over. I made you a diagram that summarizes the steps. Take a look.
Which one? What's the order? Oh, okay. It's a... Oh, it's the G. Okay, literally. For gay. Okay, it's not a G, it's like a 9 or an E.
So
It's
that's our
sensible.
part. What about you?
I'll be with you the whole way.
It's a leftward
And
swipe.
once you've lit the altar,
No,
I'll
rightward
start
swipe.
summoning the rift. You can leave that side of things to me. Just focus on your part.
Okay. We'll try to remember all that and get it right the first time.
Ready when you are. But I think I saw Huni and the others just now. Just tell the chief when you're ready.
Mr. Traveler, you're finally here! I even dragged my uncle out to watch the ceremony.
Oh, uncle.
Although I'd hoped for the Malipo name-bearer to perform this ceremony, that was never anything to do with you, so please don't take it personally. I got thinking last night, and I realized If the lesson of Malipo is to look forwards, then I should accept that my book is gone and start anew.
Can we get his
Besides,
book back?
I'll have even more to write about this time, given this will be our first Turnfire ceremony featuring a flame bearer from another land. I'll be taking detailed notes.
Good luck, Mr. Traveler. You got this.
Can you find the book? Let's check out. Let me check it out real quick. That's great. There's literally zero information on it. Like literally zero.
Hey! Bet you're surprised to see me. Didn't think I'd be coming, did you?
You said you wouldn't.
I was all packed up and ready to go, but then I thought, I wonder if the ceremony will go any differently with the new flame bearer. So yeah, here I am again. I still owe you for that picture you took. So once you start, I'll be dancing to cheer you on. Don't be nervous. You'll do great.
Thanks, little bro.
Mighty Outlanders, the time has finally come. You know what must be done. Please remember, you must cleanse as much abyssal energy as you can. I am sure you have what it takes.
Yeah, nice voice. Let's see what the women like.
Mr. Traveler, you look so cool today!
You look cool every day,
You're
kid.
gonna make sure the Mountain King never threatens us again, right?
Yeah, actually
I
we are.
believe in you. I'll be cheering you on the whole time.
Guess we let these tribals solve their own fucking problem by letting Kenichi use the solution. Whatever.
How are you doing? Is all in order?
Yeah, everything's in abyss order.
I'm counting on you. Don't forget what we talked about.
Look at this fucking grapple hook.
By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on.
Ballcock.
My brothers and sisters, the time has come to light the fire once again, and let the Turnfire night shine bright in Hoytzitlan.
Hoytzitlan. Is that how you say that, bro? It's just impossible to say half these fucking words. The Turnfire. The sacred flame. Nice clapping. Jesus.
Go get the sacred flame.
The flame, not the sacred. Oh, we got it. I guess I go get the sacred flame.
Nicely done. Off to a good start. Great stuff.
That's really it. You just hit the button a couple times.
You're over halfway. Keep it up.
You know, like the fact that we like became a Saurian for this?
Impressive. Just one more to go.
God, the flat reading of the dialogue is fucking terrible.
Come on. One last push. The final sacred flame pillar is up ahead.
Wow. Like, how they hyped this shit up like it was ever gonna be difficult. So how did we actually do it? Because we just didn't become Saurian. Why couldn't they do the fucking Sumeru things we pull? Would have been cool. Look at us dancing. That's some tribal ass music, bro. This is supposed to be badass because it ends
Great.
in this like shit.
All the pillars are alight. Next, it's down into the canyon and head for the Mountain King's cave. Almost there. The cave is just up ahead. The Abyss presence is growing strong. We should deal with the contamination first.
Are you fucking kidding me, bro? I knew this wasn't gonna be fun. Oh, if we miss one, we get this. Can't miss any of them. Is that it? I'll say any more abyssal things. Oh, that's one. Does that count as turning back? Oh, that counts turning back, right? I really turned back. Damn! You're fucking trying to kill my ass. Really? Really?
There's the altar of the sacred flame. Remember, light up the torches around it first.
Look at that, bro. That was lackluster. Should just give us the damn Sumeru like item so we could have stayed in our human form and float.
Woohoo! We've lit up the final altar!
Yay!
That's the Mountain King up ahead, right?
That's him. Kangamato, king of the Yumkasaurs from 500 years ago.
Fat
He's
nigga.
very powerful.
Paimon can tell. He is huge. Let's tread carefully. We don't want to wake him up.
No, we should actually purify him, at least 50%, and then send his ass to the abyss.
You've made it at last. You did even better than I expected.
What's everyone doing out here?
Traveler, now comes the final and most important step of the ceremony. Please use the power of the sacred flame to cleanse the Mountain King of abyssal filth.
Dude, Mewing.
There's no need this time.
Hmm?
Such strong abyssal power. What is that thing? Kinich, what is the meaning of this?
Is that a beastly rift?
Chief Wayna, Elder Trinidad, this is about to get a little dangerous. You should step back.
A little dangerous, nigga.
What do you think you're doing?
A portal to hell, essentially, in front of your god.
Solving the Mountain King issue.
You mean by having him torn to pieces by rift hounds?
No, stop! We can't let that happen!
Foolish Locust! Can't you see? We're trying to shove your Locust King into the beastly rift!
But...
I'm sorry, Chief Wayna and Elder Trinidad. This is the only way.
Well, there was a better
Can
solution.
you promise me that no harm will come to the Mountain King?
I can't guarantee it, but I'm fairly confident.
Traveler,
he is not a
this
shred.
is not what we agreed on. You must cleanse the Mountain King of every last trace of abyssal contamination.
Make sure I mark this. Yeah, this is his idea. It had nothing to do with me. I was gonna clean your king up and actually give him the peaceful and sacred and the correct, actual honorable death that would venerate your god that you were supposed to respect. Give him the peaceful death he deserved. You know, the respectful thing to do, since you're also about respecting the tribe and keeping the legacy. But no, we're just shoving him in an abyssal rift while he's half contaminated.
Okay, I see what this is. You've been in cahoots this whole time.
Ugh, you imbecile! What have you done?
Oh no! The device is destroyed!
Well, now all y'all have to purify him.
You forced my hand. I had no choice.
Sucks, this dude was so reasonable.
Trinidad!
Now they're gonna paint the only reasonable person as the fucking insane maniac. Great.
No, the Mountain King is waking up! He will cause even more casualties!
Not if we just purify him.
Everyone
fully.
out, now!
It's like fucking age. With this fucking noise.
It seems there is only one way to awaken you all from your willful blindness. More sacrifices must be made. Take me, O Mountain King! Take me as your next sacrifice!
This nigga seems to be a follower of the old ways. Badass cutscene.
Everyone's still outside. We have to keep the Mountain King here. Give me a hand.
Gotcha. Here comes the catch.
Locked on. Watch out for the fruits he's spitting out. I can use those again.
What a fight. There you go, he's back to animation. Well, it's like a whole ass man.
What do? We can't open the rift!
Just purifying them like we were supposed to do in the fucking first place. You know, the actual solution that would have solved all this problem, the entire legacy problem.
Kill me! Put an end to White Zetland's shame!
By past fuel and present flame, life marches ever on.
Oh, Burkina, I must atone.
Patience. We will answer to the fire for all our deeds. Even if one day I fall behind, never look back. Keep moving forward, as we are now.
Live with your guilt and shame. This is the price to pay.
Oh my god. So that's how they're gonna go with it.
Heir to the Turnfire, please use my ruined vessel to train the heroes of the future. The will of Kangamato will march ever on, till the abyss is stamped out.
So they're gonna pull a Chaska style thing, where instead of being granted death because of your ancient name, you will now be fated to suffer. Live with your guilt and shame.
Pretty eventful day yesterday, huh? Paimon wonders how things are doing now. Let's go ask the chief!
The only person with the practical and actual reasonable mindset just instantly goes insane for no reason, and then just like, more sacrifices must be made, and then kills himself. And then the Turnfire, which, what the man had been saying before, the damn thing is just kill me, put me out of my misery. It's just said, actually, no. Because of my ancient name, you will now suffer for the rest of eternity. So that you can train the next generation.
Traveler, you've come at just the right time. I have some good news for you. Trinidad's condition is stabilized. He suffered burns on much of his body, but we believe he'll survive.
Hey buddy, I know you've done nothing, and none of this is your fault, but actually, because you were a hero in your legacy school, we're gonna have you purposely, though we could say burn in hell for the rest of your life. You did nothing, don't deserve it. In fact, there's no reason for it, other than we think it's a good idea and it's a cool legacy. Have fun with that. That's the equivalent of what this entire story is. That's it. There's no like, action. No, that's what the story is. It's the equivalent of telling someone you're gonna burn in hell for the rest of your life so that we can have a cool story to tell. no practical solution. No matter how much you beg, no matter how much you go. In fact, there's going to be people who want to stop it, and we're going to tell them, no, they're wrong.
Guess that's the best
This
news
is
we could hope
the
for.
worst story I've ever in the game period.
Paimon has to ask, is
Wow.
everyone in your tribe such a risk taker? First Kinich, then Elder Trinidad? Is this the scions
You know-
of the Canopy's adventurous spirit in action?
You know, I didn't avoid the signs of the canopies. Like I said, I've never been here. Usually I didn't even have the fucking music disc or chest around it. I don't hang around this spot of the map. But I guess my subconscious knew it was the most shitty tribe in the fucking earth.
We're simply not afraid to charge ahead into the unknown.
That's a funny as fuck line coming from the dude who refuses to purify their god. Because what about the legacy?
He's fine.
Everything
Don't
is
worry.
like a contradiction.
He's gone to check on the Mountain King. Something most mysterious has happened.
All his abyssal damage
After
has
the
disappeared.
incident yesterday, a transparent shell is formed around the Mountain King's body. We don't understand the mechanism behind it, but this shell appears to insulate him against the influence of abyssal power.
Magically, the
It is
abyssal
somewhat
power
akin
isn't-
to a scab, in that it stops the abyssal energy within him from bleeding out, while also preventing further abyssal energy from seeping in and infecting him.
So he's just stuck in
We've
a
never
state
seen
of
anything like it.
perpetual agony.
The tribe's most senior elders believe it was caused when he was burned by the sacred flame, similar to the way burned wood becomes charcoal. I think their theory makes sense. After all, we've never thrown the Mountain King directly into the sacred flame before.
Oh, so you mean the purification actually wasn't a great solution? Huh.
Wow. So it's made a barrier against abyssal
Oh,
energy?
so you mean Trinidad's plan of using the sacred flame to
A
burn him
good thing, right?
would have been absolutely correct, and Trinidad was right. Huh.
It's practically a miracle from what we've seen of it so far. It means that the Mountain King's level of abyssal energy is now stable. No longer will we need to perform an annual cleansing ceremony.
Wow. That's amazing!
Was it really the power of the sacred flame in Trinidad's plan? Are we going to ignore the fact that Trinidad was almost 100% correct?
I know what you're thinking. The young people in the tribe are already speculating that yesterday's ceremony was a Turnfire night like none other in our history. Because you and Kinich, you summoned the very flame that appears in our ancient legends. A great transparent ball of fire. And that fire is what saved the Mountain King.
Yeah, let's go with that.
So that was the real Turnfire?
I may be the chief of this tribe, but I've only ever known the Turnfire as a concept in our legends. I cannot answer that
You
question.
don't know the concept of being a good leader.
If anyone
either.
can answer it, I suspect it would be the bearer of the Malipo name. He is in the Mountain King's cave as we speak.
Ah, so Kinich then. Why don't we go see how he's doing?
Now let's get this quest over with. Don't blame me if I start hammering through the dialogue. Yeah, this is, like, not even, like, I might give this, like, you know, D- F tier levels of writing. This is probably one of the worst written, I have confidence it's one of the worst written quests I've ever experienced in this game, period. If people were playing Notland and have to deal with this shit level of writing, I
Hey,
can see why they
yourselves.
say Notland's trash.
You two doing okay after yesterday?
We were gonna ask you the same question. You scared Paimon half to death when you rushed into the fire.
Sorry. I couldn't just stand and watch the Mountain King get burned alive.
So you thought you'd try and extinguish the sacred flame with Dendro?
Real.
Or is that an attempt to make the almighty Dragon Lord Kahulahow die of laughter?
The sacred flame only possesses a fraction of the Pyro Archon's power. It's not as if I was fighting the Pyro Archon herself.
Kinich, when you went into the flames, were you intending
Yeah,
to...
what was your plan, big man?
Intending to what?
Because, yeah, were you trying to kill yourself? Because Trinidad went into the flame and yelled sacrifice so that thing would charge him and that he would die with it. He had a plan.
To, do the same thing as Burkina.
Sacrifice myself? Of course not. My focus was on keeping the Mountain King alive, not on what it would cost. But now I'm curious. What made you think I was going to sacrifice myself?
The books we read?
Well, because everyone's saying the Turnfire is what saved the king last night. And
Zanpanche's theory was that summoning the Turnfire is a tit-for-tat exchange, right? So, Paimon thought you decided to pay for it with your life.
So you've heard that rumor too. I'm afraid I can't say for sure. What happened yesterday was a first for me too.
Well, even if you don't know, there's probably no one in the world who does.
Yeah, I mean...
What I would say is, if that really was the power of the Turnfire, I'd sooner believe that the Mountain King summoned it himself.
The Mountain King? Then, what price did he pay?
So...
The core meaning of price is not atonement or compensation, but what you're willing to give up in order to obtain what you want.
Yes, he gave up any amicable chance of a peace so that he could be trained the next generations.
It's easy to die for your sins. Much harder to live with the guilt and keep on going. In the end, the Mountain King chose the latter option. For Burkina, and for the tribe.
That's a cool...
That's the price he paid.
That's a cool, very die for your sin. Once again, another failed analogy. Except for the fact that he has no sins. And the sin he's guilty of is being corrupted by someone else, an outside entity ruining his body, driving him to madness. What guilt is that, by the way? If someone possesses your body and then kills someone, and then leaves your body and possesses them, are you the killer? You get to live with the fucking guilt that you couldn't stop a fucking demonic entity from possessing you. This is, like I said, one of the worst written quests I've ever seen. Whoever is writing this is, like, mid-witted out to the core. Or just downright fucking stupid. Oh, every analogy so far has fallen completely flat, except for the one Trinidad have given up.
Alright, so how is the Mountain King doing now?
Health-wise, there's nothing to worry about. He'll enter a fighting stance whenever we set foot in his territory. But his attacks are gentler now, and not as crazed as before. Like he said yesterday, he just intends to be a sparring partner for people to practice with.
Nice, he intends to be a punching bag for the rest of eternity.
Yeah. I tried communicating with him again, but he didn't respond.
We dare say that Locust King has well and truly lost its mind. The lights are on, but nobody is home.
Fragged his mind.
Its body remains fighting fit thanks to the perverse power of the Abyss. But time has been less kind to its soul. It was ground to a pulp long ago. But we saw him come back to his senses yesterday.
The last couple of seconds.
That was merely one last burst of brain activity before it croaked. As you humans would say, it went out with a bang. Oh, come on! Stop being such a doomer. Paimon bets the Mountain King has finally let go of the tragedies of the past now, and is focusing on moving forward. That's why he doesn't have time to chat with us. He's too busy thinking about the future.
Yeah, that's not what it is.
Well, at least it means my fellow tribespeople can move forward now too. Thank you for your help, Traveler.
Yeah.
I owe you one.
You turned your god into a brain-dead punching bag because you refused to actually give him a sanctified death.
Yeah, that's right. You caught Enjo for us, remember?
But he ended up being completely useless. It's not a fair trade if you lost out.
Yeah, you got a fair trade of getting me out of this quest.
It's not your fault he's useless. Besides, we're friends now. You don't know us anything.
Friends? But your friendship is an even more valuable gift. I can't in good conscience accept it for free. So promise me, if you need anything in the future, you'll come to me. For you, I'll do anything.
Yeah, I won't be talking to you again, Doc. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Oh, Denja.
So, in the end, only poor little Huni got the sad ending?
Yeah, everyone's happy except me. First Nana, then my dad. Why does everyone in my family have to suffer?
It's crazy.
Honey,
the consequences of
it'll be okay.
people's failures fall down
Your
on
dad
her.
will get better soon.
And your dad will get better with the 3rd degree burns all over his body. All because he tried to do the objectively right thing. I'm not even gonna pretend to that. The only right thing.
Toba, you're my friend, so I shouldn't say this to your face. But it was all the Mountain King's fault.
Exactly.
Huh?
That's exactly who it was.
Now hold your horses, kiddo. If you promise not to fight, Uncle Sanka will tell you a story. Okay, before you roll your eyes out of your skull, I promise you can trust me.
Got injured to
I almost got my eyebrows burned off by the Turnfire after last time. That's why I came back, to make it up to you. All right, I'll just get to the point. Do you know what Uncle Sanka loves the most about your people?
What?
Your extreme sports.
Huh?
On my first day here, I got hit by someone falling out of the sky. I believe you call it bungee jumping?
It's raining.
It's a dangerous sport, to be sure, but the courage it took to make the jump impressed the heck out of me. So, I introduced myself to the jumper, we made friends, and I even helped treat her wounds.
Her?
Oh, such a nice friend.
Of course. Anyway, the good times didn't last, because I got captured by a powerful foe, so we had to part ways for a while. In the hands of the enemy, I was scorned, scolded, and nearly given away as a gift. Oh, it was so humiliating. A horrible experience to look back on. Why does Uncle Sanka always have to suffer, I thought. So I feel your pain, Huni. I was in the same position. But in the end, I made it through, and I left all of those painful memories in the past. I even managed to reunite with my friend.
Is that it?
The moral of the story is to look forward in life, right? Yeah, we've heard that one millions of times. Sorry, Uncle Sanka, but you're not cut out to be a teacher.
Very smart, Huni, but not quite smart enough.
Yeah, you know,
what I'm trying
single member
to
of your
tell
tribe is able to
is that
figure
after
out.
I reunited with my friend, I found her injuries were all healed, but she really missed her family. So, I thought you might like to see her too. She's right behind you. Turn around.
There's no way the bungee jumping was the fucking Saurian who was gonna kill itself because it was abyssally corrupted and he healed it.
Another trick about not turning back? I'm not falling for that one again. Huh?
It's like, yeah, okay, Enjo carried this quest. This quest is complete utter dog shit. If Enjo wasn't in it, this is probably one of the worst fucking quests they've ever introduced. Yeah, that was a badass ending. I like the Enjo part though. That was probably, that was cool. I ain't got front. I ain't got cap. That was really nice to see. That was cool as shit. This is easily the worst Tribal Chronicle story. I don't think any of them can get worse. I know I've seen people say Chaska's is pretty nonsensical. I don't think it can get worse than this one. I just don't. This one is complete and utter nonsense. Like, straight up. Holy shit. Never have I gone through a quest where just blankly just the entire moral of the story is ignored and everything happening is blatantly wrong. Like, at least with the end of the fucking Mualani's one, sure, the message was shit. And I didn't agree with that at all. Like, even his message, no matter the cost, I believe, doesn't fucking fit. I don't even know what to say. I'm at a loss for words how bad this fucking quest was. at least it wasn't like,
Ad
this is
Astra.
boring as shit. I can't do
Thank
this.
you for
like, it was entertaining, and it kept me going. Like, the story was sensible, it was compelling, but the actions of the characters within it made so little fucking sense. It's like, what's the point? Oh my goodness, bro. Oh, guess I should have understood. I don't even know what to say. I really don't. I genuinely don't know what to say. That's the first 3. So Zero Lowlands was kind of boring, but it wasn't bad. Spring one had just, the ending was a bit warped, but it wasn't terrible. It wasn't like, this is the worst shit I've ever done. This one was just bad, like written awfully. The playthrough was kind of boring too. There wasn't much action, there wasn't much to do. I guess the next one would be Seat Lollies? Is this Masters of the Night one? No, it's Collective Planet. No, it's, well, Flower Feather. Okay, so basically what next one is going to be, we'll do Masters of the Night one, and then we'll do Flower Feather. And then we'll do Plenty, and that's it. That should be all of them, right? Alright, look at the quest. We'll probably do Nightwind next, because it's already started. Yeah, this is, I don't even know what to say. I think I'm done for today. I'll do them later some other time. Man, it's probably the shortest one, only 2 hours. So yeah, thank God it wasn't long. I'll probably just quit out the fucking game. Anyways, hopefully the other ones aren't as bad. God damn.